devotion. Bhakti reva ghariyasi. But what is bhakti? Swaswarupa anusandhanam bhakti. Bhakti riti abhidhiyate. So swaswarupa, one's own self. Anusandhanam. See here what Gurudev comments. Anusandhana means one has to live up to one's glory or one's true nature. Meaning it is said, no, I am Purna, I lack nothing, and I am not affected by anything. So we should live that way. We should assert our true nature. I am Purnam. And whenever mind wanders, you should be able to say, I don't need anything. Oru kurayum illai. And when things happen, good and bad, you should be able to stand apart and say, Asangoham, Asangoham, Asangoham punah punaha. So that is asserting one's nature. That is what Gurudev calls here Swaswarupa Anusandhana. So single pointed attention to the self, meaning what is my true nature? We should be able to live up to the true nature, our own nature. That is what bhakti. And now moving on to the 32nd verse. So from here on, Shankara is going to explain how a student should approach the Guru. That is also he is teaching us, because we don't know anything. So how to approach a Guru and what to ask him, all those things he is going to say now. Swatma tattva anusandhanam bhakti ritya pare jaguhu ukta sadhana sampannaha tattva jijñāsuratmanaha upasidet gurum prajñam yasmat bhandha vimokshanam swatma tattvanusandhanam bhakti ritya pare jaguhu ukta sadhana sampannaha tattva jijñāsuratmanaha upasidet gurum prajñam yasmat bhandha vimokshanam. Apare jaguhu, meaning some others in the world, they define bhakti as what? Swatma tattva anusandhanam. Earlier, Acharya Shankara, he defined bhakti as swaswarupa anusandhanam. Now he says, other masters, they define bhakti as swatma tattva anusandhanam. Bhaktihi iti apare jaguhu. So meaning what? What is the difference here? Swa atma tattva anusandhanam means the inquiry into one's own self. Atma tattva. See, the difference is, Gurudev is pointing out here, the earlier one was the means and this is the goal, he is saying. Meaning, one should be able to live up to one's own true nature. That is what Swaswarupa Anusandhanam. Here, Swa Atma Tattva Anusandhanam means, Gurudev says here, one should be able to inquire into the true nature of the self and abide in the self. See, the difference you should appreciate. One is, while living in the world, not to be swayed by desires and not to be buffeted by sorrows and pain, joys and sorrows, and to assert one's nature. That is one thing. Second thing is actually to inquire and abide. That's what Gurudev is pointing out here. So the others, they say, Swa Atma Tattva Anusandhanam Bhaktihi. After saying this, he says, Ukta Sadhana Sampannaha, the student who is now fully fit with all fourfold qualification, Ukta Sadhana Sampannaha, Tattva Jijñasuhu Atmanaha, one who is desiring to know Atma, the self. Jijñasu means the person who is desiring to know. Here, Atmanaha, one who is desiring to know the self, one's own self, what he should do, Upasidhet Gurum Prajñam, he should approach the Guru and serve him. What sort of a Guru? Prajñam, one who is fully established in that Jnanam. Prajña, they say, na, Prajñanam Brahma. So Prajña means one who is established in that true knowledge. So one should approach such a Guru and serve him. For what? Yasmat Bandha Vimokshanam, in order to liberate oneself from all the bondages. What is the bondage? See, though we may have wealth, though we may have everything around us, though we may be healthy to some extent, everything is there, but still there is some sort of a sense of hollowness within. Something is lacking, something that is bondage, because we do not know our true self. Always people are very, dissatisfied, not happy. Though Swamiji, everything is there, but I feel alone, lonely. But Swamiji, there is nobody to love me. Nobody cares for me. And I don't know why I am living here. What is the purpose of life? So like that, our mind goes. So this is all bandhanam only. So to liberate ourselves from the bondages, we have to approach a teacher. And he says, first serve him. Again and again, why he is saying to serve him first? To get that attunement with the teacher. Only when you get attuned, you can understand how he thinks, how he sees, from where he stands. It cannot be expressed through words. Only through attunement you come to know all those things. Then only the knowledge can be shared also. So therefore, you have to approach a teacher who is well established in his own self and serve him in order to liberate yourself from all the bondages. Now, what sort of a Guru you should approach, or how a Guru should be, that is also given out, spelled out. How a student should be with all those qualifications. Now, how a Guru should be. Shrotriyo Vrijino Ka. Wait. This is a different meter, na? Shrotriyo Vrijino Kamahato Brahma Vittama. Say, okay, we will read it out. No, we will read it out. Because there is a little different meter it is. Shrotriyo Vrijinaha Akamahato Yo Brahma Vittamaha Brahmani Uparataha Shantaha Nirindana Ivanalaha Ahetuka Dhaya Sindhuhu Bandhuhu Anamatham Satham So how a Guru should be? First of all, he should be Shrotriyaha. one who is well versed in scriptures. See, according to the tradition, it is said he has to be well versed in scriptures. Why? Then only he can teach, he can explain. See, there is a methodology, in teaching. It differs from Mahatma to Mahatma also. See, Adi Shankara's methodology is different. Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi's methodology is different actually. Let us say Buddha, his methodology may be completely different. So, only when a person has a grasp of the scriptures and also one who is established in his own experience, in his own self, he can teach actually. See, when he is not established in his own self, that explanation will not touch anybody's heart because it is from the books. But suppose if he is established, but if he is not well versed with the scriptures, then he will not have the right language or the right methodology to explain the subtle truth. So that is why it is said, Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. So here said, Shrotriyaha Avrijinaha, sinless. Sinless means what? With no vasanas. Vasanas are called as sins. So, with very less vasanas or no vasanas. Vasana kshayaha mokshaha. It is said, na? So, sinless. Avrijinaha. Akama hataha. See? How a teacher should be? He should not be slayed by kama. See, what a language used. Hatam means what? Killed. Akama hataha. One who is not slayed or killed by kama, desires. Desireless. See, kama means not only sexual indulgence. All desires are called as kama only. Kamana. Kamana means desires. So, akama hataha, yaha brahmavittamaha, one who is the best among the knowers of Brahman. He should approach such a teacher. And then Brahmani uparataha, always reveling in Brahman. Aharnisham Brahmaniye Ramantaha. So he who is reveling in Brahman, Shantaha, therefore he is so peaceful within. Andana Ivanalaha. How beautifully he said. As if fire devoid of fuel. Indana means fuel. A log of wood, whatever, kerosene or gas, these are called fuel, na? Indanam. Suppose if the fuel is gone, means it is out, then what happens to the fire? It will extinguish by itself. So, because there are no vasanas, his mind is so peaceful naturally. There is nothing to push him out. So, nir indana ivanalaha. Analaha means what? Fire. Nirindanaha means what? The fire without the fuel. So how it is quiet and no more sort of glowing. Similarly, his heart, his mind has subsided in the heart. Such a teacher. And how is he? Ahetuka daya sindhu. Without any cause he is compassionate. Ahetuka means without any cause. We wonder, why is he so compassionate? I have not done anything to him. Why is he so kind to me, so compassionate to me? Because he sees himself in everyone, in everything. Therefore the compassion, love and compassion is natural to him, spontaneous. Like the love of the mother to the child. It is ahetukam. There is no cause. The only cause we can attribute is the mother sees herself in that child. Meaning what? That vision of oneness. So this Mahatma, he is full, brimming with joy, and he has nothing to seek. And he sees oneness. He sees himself everywhere, in everything. So naturally, he is so compassionate. Without any cause. Otherwise, why should he put all efforts to explain these subtle truths? Why should he put up with all eccentricities of the student? Why should he overlook, forgive? Why should he toil with the student? It's not toiling from his standpoint, but as if, why? Because he is compassionate. Ahetuka dhaya sindhuhu bandhuhu bandhuhu anamatam satam. One who has surrendered to him, he is the real bandhu to that person. Bandhu means the one who is a real friend, well-wisher. See, always I used to think this way, Even our parents or our own, kith and kin, even our teachers, our secular teachers, they know only our welfare in this world. They think, yes, he should be healthy, he should earn sufficiently, he should live comfortably, he should lead a decent life. This is what they know, na? And he should get a good wife or husband or whatever, and then good children. நல்ல சந்தோஷமா இருக்கணும், சௌபாகியத்தோட சௌக்கியமா இருக்கணும். This is what our parents think. That much only they know. But what is good for this jiva? That only the Guru knows. For the jiva to mature, ripen, not only good experiences are required, even horrible experiences are required. That is why we go through everything. And he is not concerned about the physical comfort of the student. He is not concerned about the emotional pampering of the student. He wants the student to go beyond everything, body, mind. And he wants the student to be the substratum of the whole universe. Not to hang around him and not to sort of depend on him. He should stand on his feet, because as a self, he is the substratum of the universe. So that is how he trains the student. So he is a real bandhu actually, because he knows what is really good for us. See, sometimes whatever our parents wish for us may not be good. Chuma pampering the body and mind, how come it is very good? See, it deepens our identification of the body mind only. But Guru is not that. He knows you are not this body mind. So don't pamper your body. Don't sort of give in to your emotions. So sometimes he kicks also. He knows when to kick and when to hug. So therefore, not only hugging is love, kicking is also love only. So therefore, he is a real bandhu. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha saka tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. So you are my real bandhu, O Guru, and you are my real friend. So therefore, you cannot compare the master, the Guru, with anybody in the world. Because he expects nothing from us. Absolutely nothing. He is self-sufficient. He is Purnam. And he expects nothing. But ahetuka daya sindhum. Without any cause, he is so compassionate. And he knows what is our real good. Therefore, bandhu. And he gives freely. He gives. See, always we think about our Gurudev with so much of, gratitude. When we were very young, anyway, parents won't allow you to go away because you have to go. Then somebody has to give you food, accommodation, clothes, medicine, and top of it, this jnanam. All free. Nothing expected out of you. Once a brahmachari asked Gurudev, it seems, Gurudev, you have given us so much. So what do you expect from us? Gurudev said, nothing. But when you happen to meet me on the street, have the courtesy to smile at me. Just smile. That's what he said. Because some sannyasis, brahmacharis left the mission and they don't even smile at him, it seems. Oh, he said, have the courtesy to smile when you meet me. That is what I expected of you. Nothing else. How beautiful it is. So therefore, he is Daya Sindhum. Such a teacher one has to approach, and then one has to surrender and serve him sincerely. Serving means what? Whatever is required, or whatever he expects out of you, you must trust, obey and serve. See, Nisargadatta Maharaj, a great master, he said, you have to trust and obey. That trust is very important between the teacher and the taught. You should trust him, believing that yes, he is only doing it for my good. Trust. And obey his instruction. That is very important. Now, what we should do after surrendering into him? Tamaradya gurum bhaktya prahva prashraya sevanaihi prasannam tamanuprapya pruched jnatavyam atmanaha. Tamaradya gurum bhaktya prahva prashraya sevanaihi prasannam tamanuprapya pruched jnatavyam atmanaha. Bhaktya tam aradhya. How you should serve him? With true devotion and reverence towards him. You should serve him. How? Prahva prashraya sevanaihi. What does it mean? What does this phrase mean? Prahva prashraya sevanaihi means surrendering unto him with all humility. You have to serve. Surrender means what? Surrender means, our Acharya ji jokingly used to say, "Sir under." meaning, I offer myself unto you. This is surrender. So, surrendering unto the Guru with humility. Humility means what? I really don't know anything, O Guru, your ocean of knowledge, so I surrender unto you. And through right service, when the Guru is pleased, prasannam. Prasannam means what? He is so pleased. See, when a person is arrogant and a person is sort of not in tune, the Guru is not pleased actually. He may explain to you, but only our manam kulirundichu sonna. When he is very pleased, then the sharing happens spontaneously. Prasannam tam anuprapya. After approaching him, what you should do? You should not discuss about politics. You should not ask him what is the score. You should not pour out your troubles, problems. No. What you should do? Prichet jnatavyam atmanaha. You should ask questions about the self. Jnatavyam means what? Which alone is worthy of knowing. Which is to be known. Jnatavyam. So you have to ask, O Guru, what is the nature of the self? How to abide in the self? This is how you should ask him. I told you the other day, when he is very relaxed, peaceful, and when he is joyful, very pleased with you, then everything is set. Then you have to ask him with all humility, what is the nature of the self? How to abide in it? Here the question is not where is God or have you seen God? Can you show me? Nobody can see God, nobody can show it also. God means what? If He is with name and form, yes, you can see. But whatever appears may disappear also. So that is not the real vision of God. Though it may help, of course. But the real vision of God is just being, which cannot be explained through words. So it is not the question, have you seen God? Can you show me God? Once some young fellow approached Bhagavan, it seems. He asked the same question, it seems. Bhagavan was smiling. This is what Swami Vivekananda asked Bhagavan, asked Ramakrishna. Near Vivekanandaro. Meaning what? Are you Vivekananda or what? Bhagavan asked, it seems. Meaning what? We think this is the right way to ask question. But the thing is, we should inquire. A true student should inquire about the nature of the self. You understand? But you know what? When we are growing up, we do not know much about spirituality. We think God means seeing God is everything. So there is nothing wrong in it. Have you seen God? Nothing wrong in it to ask like that. But actually speaking, to know oneself is everything. God also can be realized only as a self. Brahman, whatever you call by Brahman, also can be realized only as self. Only the self can be realized. Why? When you transcend the mana and buddhi, whatever is the self only. Without any equipment, what can be experienced is one's own presence only, not anything else. See, without any equipment of knowledge, what you can experience is only the self. I am, the existence alone can be experienced, nothing else. So please don't have this confusion. You cannot see God or know God. You cannot realize God. You can only abide in the self. Full stop. See, I am very convinced beyond any doubt. I have no this thing in my mind. So therefore you have to ask what is the nature of the self? We suffer because we are not aware of our true self. We always confuse ourselves with the body mind and take this personality to be myself. That is why we suffer. So in order to get rid of this suffering, we should know our true self. And true self is not difficult to know actually. Why? Because it is always with us and I am that. Only we need to give attention to the self. That's all we need to do. Now we attend only to the world. Our own comforts or our own life, Instead, if we can give attention to the self, self is realized. Or means what? We can abide in the self. This is rocket science. In fact, rocket science is very complicated. See, when our teacher was teaching quantum mechanics, I was seriously doubting whether he understands anything about quantum mechanics. I tell you, this quantum mechanics is very complicated. But self is so simple. It is our own self. And we not do anything. Just be. That's all. In fact, you don't need to know anything. So therefore, here the inquiry is about only the self, not anything else. Ayye atisulabham Atma vittai ayye atisulabham. One of our Tamil saint poet has sung Ayye metta kadinam. He has sung it is very difficult. One of the saint, he sung like that, metta kadinam. But Bhagavan or Muruganatha Swami has sung, no, Ayye Ati Sulabham. It is so simple. Sulabham, he says. It is not Matta Kadinam. We don't have faith and patience. Shraddha and Sabur we don't have. We are very restless, as if we want to attain something, gain something, know something. இதை முடிச்சிடணும் எப்படியாவது எல்லாம் முடிச்சாச்சு வாழ்க்கையில் பிரம்ம ஞானத்தை முடிச்சிடணும். It will not happen that way. There is nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Just to be one's own self. Already you are that. It is not that you are going to realize it. Already you are that. It is just you should allow the mind to cool down and subside in the heart. If you don't meddle with the mind will subside. We will not allow the mind to subside. We go on meddling with the mind. சும்மா இப்போ பார் உரண்டை அடிச்சுட்டே இருக்கிறது மனசோட. உரண்டைனா meddling with the mind always. Just allow the mind to quieten down. Everything is done. Nothing else to be done. If you just allow the mind to subside, it will subside. But we don't allow the mind to subside. They say because of vasana. So whatever may be the reason. That is why J. Krishnamurti and others says, just watch and observe the thoughts. All the thoughts will subside. Nothing else to be done. Just to watch and observe what you need to do. Just to watch and observe, everything will be done. Everything is done. Or focus the attention on the self, that is done. இது ஒரு பெரிய இந்த வித்தை கிடையாது இது. Just allowing the mind to subside. When the mind subsides in the heart, you know that there is nothing else other than the self. The self alone is. And all these names and forms are just the projection of the mind and nothing else. This is sputam, very clear. So when you come to Bhagavan, Ramana Maharshi, it is very clear, very simple, very straightforward. There is no breaking your head on, Brahma, Atma, Aikya, all those stuff. Jahal Lakshana, Ajahal Lakshana, Jahal, Ajahal Lakshana. All these are complicated words, All those things are not there. So the inquiry is about what? About Jnatavyam Atmanaha, the self which is to be known, worthy of knowing. That is the inquiry. And how the student is approaching the Guru, what is he telling? Beautiful. Swamin Namaste Nataloka Bandho. Swamin Namaste Nataloka Bandho. Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdho. Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdho. Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya. Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya. Rujvyati Karunya Sudha Vivrishtya. Rujvyati Karunya Sudha Vivrishtya. Swamin Namaste Nataloka Bandho. Swamin Namaste Nataloka Bandho. Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdho. Karunya Sindho Patitam Bhavabdho. Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya. Mamuddharatmiya Kataksha Drishtya. Rujvyadi Karunya Sudha Vivrishtya. What a beautiful poem, see. What a meter and what a wonderful, means expressing of oneself. Swamin Namaste Namahate. Swamin, I surrender unto you. Namaha, I salute you. Salutations unto you. Nataloka Bandho. Bandhu means one who is a real well-wisher or the friend for whom? Nataloka. One who has surrendered at the feet of the master, he is a real Bandhu. Nataloka means for one who, the loka means the people who have surrendered. To them, he is a bandhu. Nataloka bandho. So he is saying, I am surrendering unto you, and you are the friend of all those who surrender unto you. So therefore, and also Karunya Sindhu, you are the ocean of compassion. Karunyam, compassion. Meaning what? If the Lord or the Guru, if he looks into our antakarana and he weighs us, he will not even look at us. Why? So much of, kama, krodha, everything is there. Kashad, so much of vasanas, everything is there. Because he is Karunya Sindhu, he is not looking into all those negativities. He is only looking his own child. Hare Rama, Pavam, why this child is suffering? There is no need to suffer na. You are the self, you are the Ananda Swarupam. Why you have to suffer here? So that is the Karunya Sindhoho. And he says, Patitam Bhavabdav. O Lord, I have fallen into this Bhavabdav. Patitam. Bhavabdav means what? In this ocean of becoming. Bhava means becoming. Instead of being, I have fallen into the ocean of becoming. Already he knows everything, it seems, the student. Bhavabdav, Patitam Bhavabdav. I have fallen into this ocean of becoming. Becoming means what? We are not satisfied with our own self now. We want to become something else. I want to become a teacher. I want to become a Brahmajnani. See? I want to become something. We are going away from the self. As a self, you are already fulfilled. You need not prove anything to anybody. There is nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Just be your own self. Adu mudiyadu. Illa, there is something to gain. At least there is Brahmajnanam to gain. So I want to become a Brahmajnani. See, if not anything, I want to become a Brahmajnani. Some people have this very funny notion. Then people will come and prostrate to me, and then they revere me, and I can become Jagat Guru. Now every Tom, Dick and Harry is Jagat Guru only. It's all Ahankara only. Ahankara Cheshtai only idella. See, it's all play of Ahankara only. Becoming nobody, being oneself is everything. So I have fallen into this ocean of becoming something or other. Because I am always entering with the body and mind, and I do not know myself, so I have fallen now. Patitam Bhavabdav. So what you should do now? Mam Uddharatmiya. Please lift me from this ocean of sorrows. Uddhariya, lift me up. How? Kataksha Drishtya. Oh, beautiful. Just by your side glance. See, Kataksha means what? It is not looking straight also. Kataksha. Kataksha Drishtya means the side glance, they say, of Amba is so special. Because we cannot stand her direct glance. So side Kadaikan Parvain Sulanga Tamil Kataksha Drishtya. See, this is so true with Bhagavan Raman Maharshi. He sometimes just looks at a devotee, and that is all. It is done. Meaning what? It kindles something in the heart of the seeker, some sort of a spiritual current or whatever it is. And then it had happened to Papa Ramdas. It had happened to Muruganar Swamigal. It had happened to so many great souls. So Kataksha Drishtya, with your Kataksham. Guru Kataksham Sampurnam, that is how the Guru blesses or somebody blesses, Guru Kataksham Sampurnam. How it is Karunya Sudhabi Vrishtya. Rujvyadi Karunya Sudhabi Vrishtya. Meaning what? It is like Sudha. Sudha means nectar. It is full of karunya, compassion. And it is nectar like amrutamari irukku ungalude parvai. It is like amrutam. And not only that, it is full of compassion. You look at Bhagavan's eyes. That is a photo, a very famous bust. If you look into his eyes, it's so quiet and peaceful and full of compassion. Because they are always in that. So, you please lift me up from this bhavasagaram through your kataksha drishtya, through your glance. This is called as Nayana Diksha. Tirukkan Nokkamnu Tamil Solluvaanga, which is full of compassion and is so wonderful like nectar. Amrudam madri irukku. Sudha means Amrudam. Sudhabi Vrishtya. O Lord, please help me. This is the prayer. Dulvara samsara davagni taptam dodhuyamanam duradrishtavataihi bitham prapannam paripahi mrutyoho Sharanyamanyadadaham na jane Anyadyadaham na jane Durvara samsara davagni taptam Dodhuyamanam duradrishtavataihi Bhitam prapannam paripahi mrutyoho Sharanyamanyadadaham na jane Durvara samsara davagni taptam. Taptam means what? I am roasted now. Taptam. Roasted by what? Durvara samsara davagni. By the fire, wild fire of samsara, I am now roasted. Samsara means what? The field of change. Everything is changing around us, na? When we are drowned in the samsara, in the changes, then he says, already I am roasted in this samsara. Why? It is dukhalayam ashashvatam. I am trying to find something shashvatam in this. Alas, nothing is shashvatam. I am trying to find some happiness here. Yes, there is happiness, but it is mixed with so much of sorrow. So I am roasted as if. Do we feel like that? Yes, Swamiji, I am comfortable. Everything is all right. Yeah, I have a good house. I have my wife and children. Everything is fine. Then we are not a seeker. We should feel that, really something wrong. I need something higher. So that is the lakshana of a seeker. He says, samsara davagni taptam, I am roasted. And not only that, dhoduyamanam duradrishtavataihi, and I am tossed here and there by vataihi, by the wind or the storm of what? Duradrishtam, misfortunes. Duradrishtavataihi, by the storm of duradrishtam, misfortune, I am tossed here and there. O Lord, Bhitam, I am so scared. Scared of everything. What will happen to me? The future. And not only that, I am scared of death. Mrityoho. I am scared of death. See, it is really scary only, na? We don't know what happens. The fear of unknown. We see all around us, a person was there living happily, suddenly he is no more. We don't know what happened to him. There is no way to know also. And the body is burnt or buried. And then where has he gone? We don't know. And what will happen to him? We don't know. The same thing will happen to us, that we know. Oh, bhitam prapannam paripahi mrityoho. O Lord, paripahi, pahimam, protect me, save me from this fear of death. See, death is not alone the physical death. Every moment we are dying. Why? Along with all the experiencer is born. And along with all the experiencer dies. So every moment the new experiencer. So every moment there is death and rebirth and death and rebirth. So this is the samsara. You protect me, O Lord. Prapanna means I have surrendered unto you. Therefore it is your duty now to protect me. Especially protect me from the death, the change, kalam. So this is the prayer. Sharanyam anyad aham na jane, yad aham na jane. I do not know any other refuge. I have no other refuge. Anyata sharanam nasti, tvameva sharanam mama. I have no other refuge, O Lord. Sharanyam anyad. Other than you, I have no other refuge. I have surrendered unto you. Therefore, you have to protect me now. See, this is complete surrender. It's not half-hearted. I don't know. Let us try. No. He completely surrenders. Please protect me, O Lord. I am really miserable. Means roasted by this samsara dukkha. And also I am tossed here and there by the storm of misfortune, something or other. See, I really feel sorry for these youngsters, you know. Throughout their youthhood, they have to study. Okay, study, but there is so much of pressure on them because there is so much of fear. How am I going to survive in this world, in this competitive world, especially the middle class? I tell you, how am I going to survive here? Survival, the matter of survival. So they put in so much of effort and there's so much of fear about the future. Whether I would get this, get that, this or that. If they get it, okay, but if they don't get it, disappointment. Even after getting it, they will find it is not what I was expecting. You know, all of these youngsters, somehow they want to get into IIT or they want to fly abroad and get into some top Ivy League universities. After going there, they realize, what is this? This is what I was seeking actually, because our expectation is so high. Yes, the quality of education is good and all, but still there are so much of flaws in it. When you go to the top, you are very alone. This is not what I was asking for. So therefore, always there is a sense of fear of losing something, disappointments, and then relationships, my God. Very, very, brittle nowadays, very brittle. And so much of heartburns. How much? Tell you, it's very difficult actually. And we have come through all those things, and now so many other things. We don't know what we are going to do with life. See, that is the problem with everybody, We don't know what we want, we don't know what to do. Actually, we don't know what we want. And we do not know what to do with time and our resources. We act as if we are very busy, but actually we don't know what to do. ஏதோ பிரயோஜனமா என்ன செய்யணும் தெரியாது actually. So this is samsara. Oh Lord, I have fallen already into this ocean of samsara. So you have to lift me up now with your glance, with your compassion. So Lord, I have surrendered unto you. It is your duty to help me out. This is how he is approaching his Guru. With all humility, with all sincere prayers, he is approaching. And then he is praising the Guru now. Shanta Mahanto Nivasanti Santo Vasanta Vallokahidam Charantaha Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam Janaha Bhima Bhavarnavam Janan Ahetunanyana Pitarayantaha Shanta Mahanto Nivasanti Santo Vasanta Vallokahitam Charantaha Tirna Swayam Bhima Bhavarnavam Janan Ahetunanyana Pitarayantaha Shantaha Mahanta Santaha Nivasanti. In this world, Santaha, the great saints and sages, they live here. How are they? Shanta Mahanta. They are very peaceful with themselves. They have nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Very peaceful, very contented, and Mahanta, very generous. Big-hearted they are. They are not very small. Very liberal, very generous. Such saints, they live in this world. How they are? Vasantavat lokahitam charantaha. Like Vasanta Kala. Like the spring. When the spring comes, everything blossoms. Is that not so? There is a cool breeze and the flowers blossom and then the bird chirps and there is so much of joy. Is that not so? So here, because of that Sannidhi Visesham, just being there, the mind of the devotee quietens and it is full of joy. So they are like Vasanta Kala, Vasantavat, Lokahitam Charantaha. They are always living for the Lokahitam, for the welfare of the world. How beautiful it is. This comparison is so beautiful. Vasantavat Lokahitam Charantaha. See, meaning, for them there is no Kartrutva Abhiman. That I am very compassionate, I am teaching, I am helping. No. They are just there in their own self and people are helped. Like the sun. Sun means the nature is light. So sun is not pumping in light. By his presence there is light. So like Vasanta Kala, these Mahatmas are there and around them everybody is joyful. Everybody feels the divinity. And see, like that, people say when you go near Mahaperiyava and all, you need not do anything. Just sit and you are happy for no reason. That is their glory, Sannidhi Visesham. The great saints are like that. For no reason they are compassionate. And they don't have any idea of agency of doing something good. No. So like Vasanta Kala, always they are for the welfare of the world. Lokahitam charantaha. Tirnaha swayam bhima bhavarnavam. By themselves they have crossed the terrible ocean of samsara. They have crossed. And not only that, Janan ahetuna anyanapi tarayantaha. And they are willing and ready to help others also to cross this ocean of samsara. See? Anyanapi means what? The others also. Ahetuna anyanapi tarayantaha. Without any expectation, they are always willing and ready to help others also to cross. Tarayantaha. Ready to help them to cross the ocean of samsara. So, oh Guru, you are such a great Mahatma. That is what he is saying. Like Vasanta Kala, you are there only for the welfare of the world. You yourself has crossed the ocean and you are always willing to help the others also to cross the ocean. So, I have surrendered unto thee, O Lord. So, out of compassion, Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Parameshwara. I don't deserve it actually. I know about myself, I don't deserve it. But you are full of compassion. Kedad alikkumun kedil pugalai kedu seyyadarul arunachala. Like that, you are a person who gives without asking, without even asked for. You just give. So now here I am, surrendered unto thee. Please teach me. What about what? About the nature of my true self. Ahetuna anyanapi tarayantaha. Okay. Now, Ayam swabhava swatayeva yatpara Shramapanoda pravanam mahatmanam Sudham Shuresha Swayamarka Karsha Prabhavitaptam avatikshitim kila Ayam swabhava swatayeva yatpara Shramapanoda pravanam mahatmanam Sudham Shuresha Swayamarka Karsha Prabhavidaptam avatikshitim kila Ayam Subhavaha Mahatmanam. This is the Subhava of Mahatmas, the great ones. What is the Subhava? Swatayeva yat para shrama apanoda pravanam. Themselves, they voluntarily go and help others for them to come out of the trouble, for all the troubles. Shrama means what? The troubles. Shramam solonliya. Shramam apanoda pravanam. So the Mahatmas are ones, they don't even wait for others to come and ask for help. Swatayeva means what? They themselves, out of compassion, they go and help others to get out of their troubles. So such is the nature of the Mahatmas. Like what? Here is another analogy given. Like what? Sudhamshuhu eshaha. Like the moon. Sudhamshu. Sudha means what? Nectarine. Sudha means nectarine. See, the moon is giving out nectar like rays, Sudhamshu reshaha swayam arkakarsha prabhavi taptam avatikshitim. All throughout the day, because of the sun, arka means sun. Because of the sun, his hot, terrible rays, the whole world is roasted. Right? And then comes the moon. Without anybody asking, it just showers its cool rays and the heat is removed. Like that, by your own, willing, voluntary efforts, you remove the troubles of others, like the moon, removing the heat of the sun. Heat of the means the earth which is roasted by the heat of the sun. Arka karsha prabhavi taptam avatikshitim means it removes the tapa of the sun. So that is how you are, O Mahatma, O Mahatma Ji. So earlier he compared the Mahatma with the Vasanta Kala. Here with the moon, Sudhamshu. See, have you experienced this moon? See, one day when I was in Sri Lanka, we had gone to one remote place, ocean, beautiful ocean. There was nobody because the war was going on. So nobody's allowed there. But somehow we had gone with special permission and we were sitting in the beach and it was Paurnami. We were not realizing it. And the moon was shining, nobody around. In front, huge ocean, so much of quietude. And Paul Nilavu, it was shining. I tell you, the joy you get out of is, you cannot express through words. The cool moon and also the light, pleasant, soothing light. So beautiful actually. I never thought it would be so, joyous to experience that moonlight. So I can imagine what he's trying to say. Oh Guru, you are like that moonlight. So cool, soothing to the people who are really roasted with samsara tapa. Like the world which is roasted by the sun's heat. You are that moon, O Lord. So out of compassion, you have to help me. It goes on and on and on like that. Brahmanandarasanubhuti kalitaihi Putai sushitairyutaihi Yushmadva kalashojjitai shrutisukaihi Kalashojjitai shrutisukaihi Vakyamrutai sechaya Santaptam bhavatapadhavadahana Jwalabirenam prabho Dhanyaste bhavadikshanakshanagatehe Patri krita svikrutaha. What a poem, I tell you. Shankara is not only a great philosopher, a great poet he is. He is a rare manifestation. That's why they call him as avatar of Lord Shiva himself. So here the poetry is so beautiful. Once again we will chant Brahmanandarasanubhuti kalitaihi Putai sushitairyutaihi Yushmadva kalashojjitai shrutisukaihi Vakyamrutai sechaya Santaptam bhavatapadavadahana Jwalabirenam prabho Dhanyaste bhavadikshanakshanagatehe Patri krita svikrutaha. See here, a beautiful picture is painted. What he says, Yushmat vak kalashojjitaihi. Yushmat means from your vak kalasho. Here the Upadesha or speech of the master is compared to the kalasha jala. You know a kalasham, a pot filled with water. We say na kalasham. So what they do after chanting mantras, then they sprinkle the kalasha jala to purify. So that is what it said. See, Yushmad, second sentence. Yushmad, vak kalashojjitaihi. How is that those words? Shruti sukaihi. He is very pleasing to hear. Shruti sukaihi. Very pleasing to hear. O vakyamrutaihi. That is like amrudam. That vakya means those upadesha like amrudam. And not only that, Brahmananda rasanubhuti kalitaihi. It is soaked in your own experience of that Brahmananda. Brahmananda rasa anubhuti. Anubhuti kalitaihi. So those words are not just coming out of your lips. It is coming out of your heart, which is soaked in the rasa of that Ananda of Brahman. And Putaihi, which is very purifying. And Sushitaihi, very cool and soothing. So such wonderful words, which is like the Kalasha Jala, Sechaya, please sprinkle on me. How beautiful. So, Guru's Upadesha is compared to Kalasha Jala. And like you sprinkle the Kalasha Jala, now you please sprinkle, means what? That is a beautiful dramatization. Sprinkle your Upadesha on me. Why? Santaptam bhavatāpadāvadahana. Because I am now roasted by the samsara tapa. Bhavatapa. Bhava means what? Once again, becoming something. Meendum pirattu pirandu ilaithal. So, bhavatapta dhava dahana jwalabhirenam prabho. So, I am roasted by the tongue of the fire. So, to me, you please sprinkle those words, which is from your own experience of that Brahmananda and which is purifying. Putaihi, Sushitaihi, which is very cool and soothing and very pleasing to ear. Dhanyahate, those are really indeed blessed. Who? Swikritaha, one who comes under your protection. Bhava dikshana kshanagadehi patrikritaha. Patrikrita, who receive even your passing glance. Bhava dikshana kshanagadehi. Kshana means what? Even for a moment, if they receive your passing glance or nayana dikshay, they are really dhanyahate. They are really blessed, O Guru. How beautiful. How to explain this beauty? Meaning, enna solla now you give me your upadeshana solla. But how he is saying, like sprinkling the Kalasha Jala to purify, you now sprinkle the words which is soaked in Brahmananda Rasa and which comes forth from your heart. Like Kalasha Jala, it is also purifying, soothing. That you please sprinkle on me, because already I am really suffering the miseries of this samsara. I am roasted by the samsara tapa dahana. And they are really indeed blessed who comes under your protection and receives your passing glance. See, it is said in Bhagavatam or somewhere, it is said very beautifully, only when you go and take dip in the Ganges, you are purified. But these Mahatmas, when they look at you, that is enough, you are purified. That is what is said. So those Mahatmas who are always abiding in the true self, in the Paramatma, they are no more human beings. They are Paramatma himself, Paramatma himself. Why? Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. Because he has lost his total identity. The river which goes and merges with the ocean, the river loses its name and form, total identity, and becomes one with the ocean. So this Mahatma also has become one with the Paramatma, therefore he is no more a Vyakti, an individual, a personality. He is Paramatma himself. So he is walking God, that is true. Nadamadum Devam. See, the God we cannot see, but this Guru we can see in front of our eyes. His presence itself is purifying. He need not say anything actually. I tell you one more thing. Don't go and chatter in front of Mahatmas. Just go and sit at their feet. If they are quiet, you are blessed. Because you also can just immerse yourself in that silence, in that presence. So just keep quiet. Don't go and talk. Just keep quiet. Be there. See, I was staying with one of the great devotee of Bhagavan. He is no more now. A great person, very great devotee. Dorabji he was. Dorabji, he came to Bhagavan at the age of 18 or something, and he remained as a brahmachari, a seeker and all. I lived with him for some time when I was in Mauna. So he was telling me, when their family was in Chennai, Muruganatha Swami used to visit them, it seems. Because he was not well and all, he needs some medication, so he used to visit them, it seems. So, as a young person, Muruganatha Swami, our Dorabji used to ask questions, it seems, to Muruganatha Swami about all this Adhyatma Vicharam. Muruganatha Swami used to tell him, it seems, why can't you sit quiet? Come here. Sit. He used to say, sit. Just sit quiet. Now Dorabji tells, I never realized what he was saying. I was trying to ask him questions, trying to understand. But he was ready to give everything to me. I was not in a position to receive. Because when you sit at his feet, everything is done. Nothing else to be done actually. When his mind is absorbed in the self, when you sit at his feet, automatically with the power of that silence, your mind also will quieten. When the mind quietens and subsides in the heart, that is all. Nothing else. See, it is said in Mandukya Karika, when the mind vibrates, the world is created. Can you imagine this? When the mind vibrates, the world is created. World means what? Not what we think. We always see a globe and say here UK, here America, here India. That is not the world. That is only imagination. World of Nama Rupa, which is in front of your eyes, which you feel other than you, separate from each other, that is created when the mind vibrates. Alata Shanti. Alata means like a sparkle. When you rotate the sparkle like this, a sort of red circle is created. That is imaginary. It is not there. When you stop the sparkler, that red circle goes. So like that, when the mind vibrates, the world is created. When the mind is stilled, no more world. That is all. We don't allow the mind to remain quiet. As simple as that. From the time we wake up and go to bed, something or other we go on, something or other. And we justify it, saying, is it not my duty? I should only do my duties. Na? Shri Krishna said, na, do your duties. Blah. I don't know why this Krishna said, do your duties. People are, drowned in duty. Nonsense. You have no duties. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Don't worry about dharma, my duty, this, that, nonsense. He says, surrender unto me, I will take care of everything. I will release you from all bondages. That's what Sri Krishna said, na? So, chumma, it's all, under the guise of duty, we are restless. And we want to go on, reveling in this world only. There is only one duty, to know the self and to abide in the self. There is nothing else to be done. That also because we feel the need. Otherwise, it is Nitya Mukta. See, recently I was in Shri Acharya was talking about Amrita Anubhava. There, Jnaneshwar Maharaj is saying there is no ignorance. Therefore, there is no need for knowledge. Means what? You are already a Siddha. Why can't you trust? Why can't you believe in it? Chuma, don't joke, Swamiji. I cannot be a Siddha. No, you are a Siddha. So therefore, it is just trusting and accepting. So here it is said, O Lord, those are blessed, even when they receive a side glance of yours for a passing moment, they are really blessed. So therefore, if you sit at the feet of the Master, your mind quietens. When the mind quietens, there is vision of oneness. See, realization is not sudden something dumb happening and all. Don't imagine all those things. When the mind quietens, it is no more vibrating. It has merged with the self, means there is only self. This is the magic. Now we perceive the matter and spirit, Prakriti and Purusha. And there is a knot of matter and spirit. When we realize the self, you realize there is only spirit, means only pure consciousness. There is no world. There is no names and forms. There is nothing other than you. There is nothing created ever. Nothing created ever. There is no doubt. There is no confusion. When you realize the self, the realization is self alone is full stop. And what about the world or the matter, the spirit? All imagination. It's all your imagination, nothing else. Why I have been imagining? Nobody knows. You should ask yourself, why are you imagining? Why do you ask me? You are only imagining, na? So, stop imagining. That's it. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.